Welcome to the Fish Creek Water Reclamation Facility. Before you begin your visit here, whether it be for work related or a tour, there are some things for your own safety that we'd like to make you aware of. Please pay close attention. For the next few minutes, you will hear some important safety and health information that will advise you of some of the hazards with the Little Rock Water Reclamation Authority, specifically areas you're most likely to come across here at the Fish Creek Water Reclamation Facility. The Little Rock Water Reclamation Authority has an employee right-to-know program that is designed not only to meet state and federal regulations, but also to ensure your health and safety while at our facility. You have a right to know about the hazard you're exposed to as a guest or a contractor of the Little Rock Water Reclamation Authority. The purpose of the Right to Know program is to make sure that all information concerning the hazards of any material you may be exposed to is transmitted to you and your employees. This information is transmitted through our Hazard Communication Program. As a guest on these premises, you can find the information covered in the Hazard Communication Program at any computer throughout the facility via the MSDS online program, as well through the online safety manual. Each computer has a MSDS online shortcut on the desktop for accessibility. Safety data sheets, or SDSs, can be found for all substances on the site. They will be filed and can be located on all computers via MSDS Online. The SDS is an invaluable source of information on substances of concern. For instance, here at Fish Creek, the main substances of concern are chlorine, sulfur dioxide, and methane. Like every material located here, these substances have their own SDS explaining each in detail. In addition to other information about chlorine, we are told by its SDS that it's a greenish-yellow gas distinguishable by its pungent odor similar to strong bleach. Chlorine reacts with water to produce acids corrosive to flesh and most metals. In contrast to chlorine, we know that sulfur dioxide is a colorless gas. Sulfur dioxide produces a pungent odor similar to rotten eggs that can cause olfactory fatigue with prolonged exposure. Sulfur dioxide and chlorine both react with water, produce acids corrosive to the flesh and most metals. We also learned the health risks associated with overexposure. The most common types of overexposure for both chlorine and sulfur dioxide are inhalation or burns due to dermal contact. Respiratory protection and protective clothing should be worn when working directly with either of these chemicals. The SDS gives specific symptoms to look for in cases of exposure, as well as first aid advice. We make every effort to prevent leaks, but should a leak occur, a distinct alarm will sound. The alarm is your signal to look up at the windsocks flying above the disinfection building, headworks, and the chemical storage building. If no windsock is visible from your location, the state and U.S. flags located at the front gate are also good indicators. You can determine by the windsock or flags which way the air is flowing and immediately go in the opposite direction or upwind of the windsock to get fresh air. Only trained responders are allowed to enter the areas where the leak is occurring. All other personnel are to evacuate. Any person working with chlorine or sulfur dioxide understands the SDS, what personal protective equipment they must wear, as well as what proper handling techniques, as well as the proper spill, leak, and disposal procedures. Another concern at the Fish Creek Water Reclamation Facility is methane. Methane is described by its SDS as a colorless, odorless gas that, when mixed with oxygen, can support combustion and may cause explosions when released under pressure. Methane gas is highly flammable and poses a significant explosion hazard. Because of this danger, methane is contained in our digester complex away from oxidizers, heat, open flame, or other ignition sources. While working or touring next to the digester complex, every precaution must be made to prevent open flames, secure spark-producing equipment, and eliminate ignition sources, including lit cigarettes. In case of a leak, our gas detection system would sound the following alarm. At the time of the alarm, all exhaust fans will come on that will vent the atmosphere. If you hear this alarm, evacuate the area and secure any potential source of heat or ignition. In addition to chlorine, sulfur dioxide, and methane, there are many other chemicals and substances that you may come in contact with during your time here at the plant. Under the guidelines of our hazard communication program, you'll become familiar with chemicals through proper labeling of containers and systems. If you see a material that you are unfamiliar with, it is your responsibility to locate the SES via MSDS Online for that substance and familiarize yourself with its hazards, proper handling procedures, and first aid before any possible exposure. In the event of a fire at Fish Creek Water Reclamation Facility, the following alarm will sound. This is your cue to stop and secure what you're doing and evacuate to the administration building parking lot. Please try to follow these simple guidelines during a fire. Exit using designated escape routes. Avoid crowding or undue haste. Do not run. Report to the administration building employee parking lot area and be accounted for by your supervisor. Stay in the assigned safe location until released by the plant coordinator. In the event of a tornado, all LRWRA employees and visitors at the Fish Creek Water Reclamation Facility are expected to immediately take cover in the center of the building, away from windows and exterior doors. Safe areas for each building are highlighted in yellow, and the floor plans located at each fire extinguisher station throughout the facility. If time permits, personnel are encouraged to take shelter in the lower levels of the blower building. If that's not possible, then shelter in place, which means the center of the building away from glass or chemicals, using furniture and structural components for protection. The safest areas are considered to be the restrooms, interior offices, and storage closets. For liability reasons, customers and visitors will be asked to accompany employees to safe locations until the threat is past. All personnel will be notified via email and text messages of the affected areas to take cover. All employees shall remain in the safe areas until the all clear of the warning has been given via text message or email. This is not left open to interpretation. All visitors or contractors must check in at the task building or be escorted by the Little Rock Water Reclamation Authority employee while on this facility. Hard hats must be worn in all designated hard hat areas. High visibility clothing is required anytime work around heavy machinery is being performed on the facility grounds. Hearing protection is provided and should be used in all areas that are clearly marked hearing protection required. The issue of safe driving speed while on the facility is another priority that must be mentioned. Employees, contractors, and visitors alike are expected to comply with the 15 mile per hour speed limit, which is clearly posted in various locations. For personal safety, no tolerance can be made for those unwilling to abide by this expectation, and those in violation will be asked to leave the facility. After you've seen this video, you'll be supplied with a form to complete and sign, assuring us that we've successfully transmitted this safety overview to you. We want your visit here to be a productive and a safe one. Make safety precaution a routine part of your visit. If you have any questions, ask for assistance before entering the area. Thanks for your attention, and on behalf of the Little Rock Water Reclamation Authority, enjoy your visit.